So in terms of barriers and challenges that we met in Malta, I would start by the most obvious one has been a trust factor. As you can imagine, this cohort is quite suspicious, always worried that they would touch some of their benefits, so trust had to be established. But thanks to having an established network of social operators that were familiar with this cohort, trust could easily be circumvented in that respect.
One of the biggest challenges that we faced at the beginning of the project was related to identifying stakeholders interested and willing to collaborate with us in delivering Smart Up. This was mainly due to the fact that actors from the social sector were not aware of the fact of the problem of energy poverty, and were not therefore willing to collaborate. It was solved by talking to them about the problem and creating awareness on the fact that energy poverty exists also in Italy. And once they managed to understand the problem, they were really happy to work with us. So it is at the same time a challenge, but also a success.
Concerning the data that we are retrieving from the smart meters, that was a huge challenge to have a good quality and access to this data. We are living in a smart meter world, but to all the bureaucratics that they are behind, they are really complicated. There are ethic issues, there are data protection issues as well, and it was really complicated. So we were forced to use questionnaires, billing information, and in some cases phone calls just to retrieve this data. So it was quite difficult to access this data, that it's there, but we cannot grab it and take it.
One challenge of working with households in energy poverty is that they already engage in coping mechanisms to reduce their energy consumption. This means it can be difficult and often unethical to encourage them to reduce their consumption further in order to make carbon savings, for example. This meant that as part of the project, we had to encourage them to increase energy consumption where possible to achieve thermal comfort and results for their health and well-being, and that we encourage them to make positive changes to their energy behaviours where possible and have that balance between increased consumption for thermal comfort and well-being and decreased consumption in areas where it was ethical to do so.